Welcome back to the Man in the Middle. I'm your host, Bill West. Today's edition of Man in the Middle for the Kids, we're going to talk about books. Uh, if you know, really, it's hard not to see my library, uh, but it might be interesting to know this is not all of my library. I have three more bookcases over here. I have three in the bedroom. I have two in the living room, and plus boxes of books in the garage and storage unit that I still have not pulled out yet. Although I have been finding the more boxes I open, the more duplicates I've collected because I don't know what I have and what I don't have. So I'd like to blame my mom about this for this love of reading, but I don't think it's something to blame anybody for because I think it's a great thing. I've been reading ever since kindergarten. Uh, I've been reading always above my age group. Uh, I think the first book, I think I was in kindergarten, the first book that caught my attention was The Flying Tigers, uh, about a group of combat pilots during I think it was Korea. I don't think it was Vietnam. I think it was Korea. And you know, I just started. From that point on, I've been reading and everything from uh, books, to comic books, to graphic novels, to reading on my phone. Uh, my favorite genre is military science fiction, but I've also liked uh, just exploratory science fiction, the great works of Isaac Asimov. Of course, everything flies out my head as soon as I think about it. Ray Bradbury, Arthur C. Clarke. One of my favorite authors is Roger Zelazny. He has a great 10 book series called The Chronicles of Amber. Plus, I also like much of his other works, Damnation Alley, uh, Lord of Light, all kinds of. Oh, the Bible. I read the Bible. you know, which is actually 66 books in one book. So yeah, I've been reading that forever. There's something about a good book that draws you in and takes you away from wherever you might be at the moment. God, I need to shave. uh, whether it be whether it takes you to a planet with one red sun, uh, or if it takes you to Tatooine, to Star Wars, to the Bridge of the Enterprise, Star Trek, the TARDIS and Doctor Who, uh, an island made for dinosaurs. Uh, Anywhere uh, you want to go, there's probably a book there. Some of our greatest movies are made of books, made from books, I should say. 2001: A Space Odyssey, uh, Gone with the Wind. Uh, you know, as of late, the Avengers series, based on comic characters, which came from the comic books. Uh, the Infinity War came from the Infinity War graphic novel, or at the time it was a comic series, and Limit maxi series, I believe it was. It was called at the time, but it was based on a comic book. Uh, I don't know if any of you are old enough to watch Game of Thrones, but uh, if you're not, uh, don't. Don't. It's. I probably shouldn't have even brought that up. Uh, from a comic book, The Witcher, great series on Netflix. From not a comic book. H. Excuse me. Uh, Game of Thrones came from a series of novels written by George R. R. Martin. The Witcher is based on a series of books. Uh, trying to The Umbrella Academy. Lock and Key, both Netflix series. They came from graphic novels. I have got to scratch my nose. Sorry. Oh. And yeah. Not only is reading relaxing, it's it helps you to download new new ideas, new words, uh, new thoughts into your brain. Uh, it helps you to understand new cultures. I was in college. I was introduced to works I didn't care for, but because I was exposed to them, I understand them better. I understand the cultures better. Uh, I'm just trying to. This isn't probably as exciting as the Mandalorian video or the Godzilla video, and we'll get to something better next week. Maybe we'll talk about Star Wars or Star Trek. I have a bunch of Star Trek ships behind me right there. We can take a look at each one. That's my lady. Well, besides my wife, the Enterprise is my lady. She has been since I saw my my dad building a model kit of the Enterprise. I think it was before kindergarten. But uh, books are also uh, inexpensive. You can get, used bookstore. Actually, I'm not sure these days. But if you go to Goodwill, you can find books. The library, get a membership, and find what you like. You can, yeah. I'm sorry, I get carried away about talking about books, thinking about books. I just zone out. Uh, Besides my family, books are the great love of my life. I'm not, although music's depending on the day, I could say that about music. So, uh, one last thing, and then we're going to cut this video for today. Like I said, I'm sorry it's not as exciting as the last couple of ones, but no. Oh, there is. If you want to see my library, there is a video, a library tour, and you can get to actually see some of the books. I didn't show you any today, but I have shown you some in the last couple of videos. I showed you some Star Wars. I showed you some Godzilla. Really, if there's something out there, I probably have a book. Oh, talking about movies based on books. Dune was supposed to come out this year, uh, based on the works of Frank Herbert. Great series. It's one you should pick up. Lord of the Rings. I finished Lord of the Rings before seventh grade. The Hobbit. Uh, Great books. Don't be afraid to dive in. Some of the language is a bit archaic, you know, but you know, I don't think something it's not. I don't think that it's anything your parents can't help you with. Like I said, I've read it, long before I was in high school. Uh, Now, is there anything really outstanding? I mean, uh, I have books based on Superman. I have books based on Batman, Star Wars, Doctor Who. Like I said, if there's something out there, if there's a TV series, there's probably a book on it. A lot of video games these days have books based on them. Although I can point out to you uh, my favorite shelves right here, with the orange, and then we'll see. Kind of, my finger is not going where I want it. Okay, the orange, the silver, the black, all that the books behind them of the second layer. There we go. The right behind the Star Wars books. And the third layer down, you're not going to really see because of the microphone. Those were autographed by the authors. Was one way or the other, I've been able to get collect a sizable series of autographed books. But I hope you enjoyed today. Like I said, I'm sorry it's not as exciting as the last couple. We'll get into it next week. I was sort of ill this week, so it was hard for me to think of a subject, but we'll get back on it next week. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe. Once again, my name is Bill. This has been Man in the Middle for the Kids. Talk to you later.